Hi, my name is Matt Golden, and I'm one of the founders of Sustainable Spaces. We are a building performance improvement company located in the Greater Bay Area. We help homeowners as well as architects and contractors improve the way their homes perform in terms of energy efficiency, indoor air quality, and comfort. Today I'd like to share with you a little bit more about how we apply building science and approach your house as a holistic system to get to the root of causes of some common problems that we see in homes today. We start the process in the home with a healthy home evaluation, which is about a 3-hour process where we really quantitatively test all the different systems in the house. And we use a number of really powerful tools that let us really diagnose the underlying causes of many of these problems that we see. This is one of the tools that we use in our healthy home evaluation. It's called a blower door, and what it allows us to do is pressurize and depressurize your house, and we can actually measure the amount of air leakage that's occurring. And air leakage is a very important thing to understand. It has a very large impact on energy efficiency as well as air quality. With ever-rising energy costs in California, energy efficiency is an important topic for every homeowner. When we look at a home, we always address the basics like lighting and appliances, but we really spend the majority of our time looking at the HVAC, or heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. These systems consume as much as 45% of the total energy that's being used by the home and are really ripe with opportunities for conservation. The average duct system leaks 30% of the air that's going through it. The average furnace is 2 to 3 times too large. This device is called a duct blaster, and what it does is it allows us to measure the amount of leakage in the duct system on this house. And it's attached to the return side of the furnace system. This is where the air goes into the furnace. And we've also gone throughout the house and closed up all the supply grills. What we do is we pressurize the duct system, and again we can measure specifically how much leakage is occurring. This has huge impacts on both air quality and energy efficiency. The average in California is actually 30% duct leakage. So you can imagine, on average, that's not our goal, but this is an average, 30% of the air that we're heating and cooling in this house are getting lost into the crawl space, in this case, before it actually comes into the house. So it's very expensive. From an air quality standpoint, whenever we have duct leaks on either side of the system, we're pulling in bad air to replace the air that's getting lost, and it has a huge impact on air quality in terms of dust and other things getting pulled into the house. When we talk about energy efficiency, indoor air quality, and comfort, we're really talking about one thing. And you don't get to choose between energy efficiency and comfort. We make the house work properly as a system, and you get benefits in all 3 areas. This device is a flow hood, and what this allows us to do is actually measure the amount of air that's coming out of this duct. And right now we're at about 120 CFM, that's cubic feet per minute. And what we do in the course for our home evaluation is actually identify how many cubic feet per minute of air each room needs based on its actual heating load. We actually calculate the load based on our values on the wall and the kind of windows. And what we can do is look at the amount of air the room is currently getting versus how much it should get. And it's very apparent which rooms are hot, which rooms are cold, and we can use that information to tune the system and give you a really comfortable house that performs properly. The EPA has a statistic that indoor air is 2 to 5 times more polluted than the air outside. And it so happens we spend 90% of our time indoors. By addressing the root causes of many of these problems and approaching your house as a system, we can have huge impacts on moisture levels, which are the cause of mold, dust and allergens, and many of the triggers for asthma, and really improve people's health. Once we've completed testing out your house and have a whole series of data, we will compile it into a very comprehensive report that will diagnose any specific issues that we found and talk about very specific prescriptions that will fix these problems and give you the best return on your investment. We'll look at how efficient your building envelope is and how efficient the heating system is. These 2 things together have huge impacts in energy efficiency and air quality. We'll also look at sources of indoor air quality issues such as moisture levels, volatile organic compounds, and other things that affect your health in the home, and also specific energy efficiency things such as lighting and appliances. Our home performance prescription will outline the most beneficial steps that you can take to improve your home's energy efficiency, indoor air quality, and comfort. At Sustainable Spaces, we use applied building science and quantitative testing to give you the kind of unbiased advice that will allow you to make the smartest decision to affect your home's performance.